Dearest love, a friend had introduced him as a very kind and helpful gentleman, and she had found him on social media and started talking to him. Indeed, he was so kind and generous too, for since she got to know him, he always seemed to know what she needed at just the right time, and she always wondered how. He was abroad, but they talked a lot and had video chats and exchanged pictures, and they liked each other a lot. His voice was soft and gentle, and he never lost his temper, even when she got in her moods and said things she should not say. He was always so patient and kind and ever forgiving. She thought of him as a giant who would hold her and she would just vanish in his embrace, for his deeds just proved how big and great he was. He was a professor in one of the universities abroad, and he was still not married, and he had proposed to her, and she had accepted after 2.5 years courting on phone and social media. She loved him. Her parents and friends accepted him for what they had seen him do in her life, and when he was coming down, she could not wait to go and see him. There she stood waiting, and when she heard a voice she knew behind her, and all she could imagine from where the voice was coming from was that he was kneeling with a ring in hand. But there he was, no taller than her waist. The face was the same, the voice was the same, but he was just a little man, and she looked at him, asked him again and again if he was the one, and he said yes, and she had just run off in tears. None of his works and deeds and support and care and love mattered, for all she thought about was how her friends would react. What was she going to do when the pastor announced that you may now kiss the bride? Was she going to bend down, or they would bring him a chair to stand on? What about her favorite dream of having her husband carry her? This could not work, and that was that. God is far in heaven, talking to us daily, giving us all we need when we need it, forever our protector and sustainer. And now I wonder, what if God happened to be a short-bearded man? What if he was a woman? What if he was deformed by our standards? What if he was not rich as we thought? What if he had no legs? What if he had a face like an eagle and body of a snake? What if? The question is, would you still know him, trust him, obey him, and love him if he turned out not to look like how you have imagined him to be? Remember, he comes to you in many forms and in the people that come your way. And for that he says, he will put the righteous people at his right and the others at his left. Then the king will say to the people on his right, come you that are blessed by my Father. Come and possess the kingdom which he has prepared for you ever since the creation of the world. I was hungry and you fed me, thirsty and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger and you received me in your homes, naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you took care of me, in prison and you visited me. The righteous will then answer him, when, Lord, did we ever see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we ever see you a stranger and welcome you in our homes, or naked and clothe you? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and visit you? The king will reply, I tell you, whenever you did this for one of the least important of these followers of mine, you did it for me. Matthew chapter 25, verse 33 to 40. Stay blessed, trust and obey, for there is no other way. Okay.